Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Luna, and today I'm sharing a pretty wild and uncomfortable experience with all of you. So I've been on this dating app for a bit now, and I had kind of given up hope of actually meeting someone special. I mean, I'd swiped through enough guys to know that most of them were either just not interested or straight up creepers. But then, out of nowhere, my cousin Brennan messaged me. Now, I know what you're thinking, Luna, why on earth would your creepy uncle try to hit on you? And honestly, I have no idea. Maybe he was trying to be cool. Or maybe he just thought it would be funny to see his favorite niece get rejected by a bunch of random dudes online. So anyway, Brennan and I chatted for a bit, and he seemed pretty normal, I guess. We talked about everything from our jobs to our favorite TV shows. It was actually kind of nice catching up with him, even if it was under these weird circumstances. But then things started to get a little off. He asked me some pretty personal questions, like what my favorite kink is and stuff. Now, I know what you're thinking, Luna, that's just asking for basic info. But trust me, there was something about the way he phrased it that made me feel weird. It was all very Brennan-esque. I tried to brush it off and play it cool, but then things took a turn. He started sending me some pretty explicit photos of himself. I'm talking full-on, no-holds-barred stuff. And let me tell you, it was definitely not what I was expecting from my cousin. I mean, I've seen some weird stuff in my time online, but this was just on another level. At first, I thought maybe he was just trying to be edgy or something, but then he started making these really, let's call them interesting, comments about me. You know, the kind that make you wonder if your cousin is even sane. It was all very unsettling, and I have to admit, I was getting a little scared. I tried to politely extricate myself from the conversation, but then Colt showed up on the scene. Now, I know what you're thinking, Luna, who's Colt? Well, let me tell you, he's Brennan's friend from college or something. Anyway, he just kind of appeared out of nowhere, and things quickly took a dark turn. I'm not even joking, guys, it was like something out of a bad horror movie. I'll stop here for now, because I don't even know where to begin. Let's just say that things are about to get a lot worse before they get better, or maybe never better at all. Stay tuned for part 2, if you dare. I'm still trying to process what happened next. So, Colt shows up, and immediately starts flirting with me like we're old friends. I mean, it was weird enough that he just dropped out of nowhere, but then he had the nerve to start hitting on me in front of my cousin. That's when things started to get really uncomfortable. Brennan just kind of stood there, watching us like a hawk, with this creepy grin on his face. I could tell he was enjoying himself, which only made me more uneasy. Colt, on the other hand, seemed completely oblivious to the fact that my cousin was the last person I wanted him talking to. He kept asking me about my interests and hobbies, trying to get to know me, or whatever. But then, things took a turn for the worse. Brennan started chiming in with his own opinions, like he thought we were having some kind of private conversation or something. It was getting more and more awkward by the minute, but I didn't know how to get out of it. Colt kept trying to interject, but Brennan would shut him down with some condescending comment. And then, just when I thought things couldn't get any weirder, my cousin starts telling me about how we're meant to be, or whatever. Like, seriously? Are you kidding me? It was like he was under some kind of delusional spell or something. Colt seems oblivious to the fact that his friend is basically stalking me at this point. We've been going back and forth for what feels like hours now, with no end in sight. I'm starting to feel like I'm trapped in some kind of bizarre nightmare from which I'll never wake up. And to make matters worse, Brennan keeps bringing up how we used to hang out, or whatever, like he's trying to guilt-trip me into staying on the conversation. I don't even know what's going through my cousin's mind right now. Is he seriously expecting me to go out with him? Has he lost all sense of reality? I'm starting to think that maybe we should just end this conversation before things get any more out of hand, but at the same time, I feel like I need to know what's going on here. And then, just as I thought I was about to lose my cool completely, Colt drops a bombshell. He tells me that he's been talking to his sister, who just so happens to be my other cousin, and she thinks we're meant to be, too. Like, what is going on here? Is this some kind of twisted family reunion or something? I'm not even kidding, guys, things are about to get a whole lot weirder before I finish telling you what happened next. So, Colt tells me that his sister thinks we're meant to be, too. Like, what is going on here? Is this some kind of twisted family reunion or something? I try to play it cool and tell him that's cute, but inside I'm dying. Next thing I know, Brennan chimes in with some awkward family drama about how our parents always knew we were meant to be together. Apparently, they've been pushing us for years to get married and have kids. Like, who even talks like this? Our parents are not the type of people who tell their kids that they're meant to be just because they share a family. I'm starting to feel like I need to intervene before things get out of hand. I try to explain to Colt and Brennan that we're cousins, that we can't possibly be together. But then Colt drops another bombshell. He's been planning our whole meet cute scenario since the day I joined the dating app. He claims it's all just a big joke, but I'm not laughing. Brennan starts to get more and more aggressive, telling me that I need to take Colt seriously and consider what we have. Like, what is wrong with these people? Don't they know that I'm a human being with my own agency? I try to reason with them, but it's clear that neither of them understands the concept of no. At this point, I'm not even sure if I should be concerned for my sanity or just block both Colt and Brennan from my life forever. I mean, what kind of messed up family sets out to match cousins on a dating app? Is this some kind of twisted social experiment? I try to politely extricate myself from the conversation, but then Colt pulls out his phone and shows me a photo of us, just him and me, with a caption that says, "Fated cousins forever." Like, seriously? This is what we've come up with in our entire conversation. I'm starting to feel like I need to take drastic measures. I'm taken aback by Colt's move, and for a moment, I think about blocking him before he can do any more damage. But then Brennan chimes in, "Hey, guys, let's not be too hasty. We're just trying to help Luna see the love that's meant to be." Ugh, really? You both are so invested in this ridiculous idea. I try to explain again that I'm not interested, but Colt just laughs it off and says, "Come on, cuz. We know you feel something for me. You can't deny it." My skin starts to crawl as he talks about us like we're some kind of twisted pair of twins. It's like he thinks I've somehow been brainwashed into loving him or something. Brennan tries to intervene, but Colt talks over him. "We've done our research, Luna. We know all about your past relationships and how you always seem to settle for someone who's good enough. But we're not good enough. We're the ones who'll make you truly happy." I'm starting to lose my cool now. I take a deep breath and try to reason with them once more, but Colt is relentless. "We know all about your deepest desires, Luna. We know what makes you tick." And then he starts pulling out these ridiculous quotes from our childhood conversations, twisting them to make it sound like I've always been meant for him. I'm getting angrier by the minute, and I can feel my heart racing. This is not how I envisioned our relationship with each other. "Guys, stop," I say, trying to regain control of the conversation. "You're scaring me." But Colt just smiles and says, "That's because you know we're meant to be." And then Brennan drops a bombshell. He reveals that his parents have already given their blessing for us to date, citing some made-up family tradition about cousins being destined for greatness. I'm shocked into silence. I'm not even sure what to do at this point. Part of me wants to call my mom and ask her to intervene, but another part of me just wants to block both of them from my life forever. And then Colt starts pulling out his phone again, this time with a text message from an unknown number that reads, "You're mine now." I try to process what's happening, but it all feels like a blur. I look at Colt and Brennan, and for a moment, I see the same person I thought I was matching with on that dating app, friendly and charming. But then his expression twists into something sinister, and I realize that this is not who he claimed to be. Without thinking, I grab my phone and send a text to an unknown number, trying to get some answers about what's going on. "Who are you?" it reads. I try to keep calm as I wait for a response, but my heart is racing with fear. Suddenly, the doorbell rings, breaking the tension in the room. I hesitate for a moment before answering it, hoping that it might be a distraction from whatever is happening inside. But to my surprise, it's a delivery person holding a package addressed to me. I take the package without hesitation and rush back inside, trying to find some sense of normalcy amidst all this chaos. As I open the box, I'm shocked to find a photo of myself and Colt taken from his profile picture on the dating app, with the caption, "You're mine now," scribbled on the back. I realized then that this was never just about me joining my cousin's social circle, it was about Colt's twisted game all along. The thought sends shivers down my spine, and I feel a wave of relief wash over me as I make up my mind to cut ties with him once and for all. But as I turn around, ready to confront the two men who have been manipulating me, I see something that makes my blood run cold, Brennan's parents standing in the doorway, watching us with an unsettling smile. They're not just any ordinary relatives, they're cult members who believe that cousins are destined to be together. I feel like I've stumbled into a nightmare, and I don't know how to wake up. As I stand frozen in fear, Colt takes a step closer to me, his eyes gleaming with an unsettling intensity. And then, everything goes black. When I come to, I'm lying on the floor, my head throbbing from the fall. The room is silent and still, except for the sound of my own ragged breathing. As I slowly sit up, I notice that Colt and Brennan are nowhere to be seen. I pick myself up, trying to make sense of what just happened. Was it all just a wild hallucination, or was something more sinister at play? I look down at the phone in my hand, still clutching the text message from the unknown number, "You're mine now." And honestly, I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to shake off the feeling that Colt's words still linger in my mind, waiting to pounce on me again.